What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope all you're having a great day so far today. Getting into this episode of GH. I enjoyed this episode. I thought it was pretty cool. Um, Carly. The way Carly told those SEC agents to go to hell, I'm like, girl, what is you doing? She is in no position to talk smack to the feds. Like, she is in no position whatsoever. I'm like, you do not want to piss off the feds. I'm just saying. Like, she thinks she's so badass, and she has gone up against some tough people, especially, in the mafia and stuff like that, where she had to stand tall against some mafiosos. I get it. And they're dangerous, don't get me wrong, but you also don't want to piss off the feds. Like, the feds will have you under the jail for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't like the feds were being mean to her or nothing like that. They were looking into this thing. And that's what baffled me too. How the hell the feds even get on this so fast? Like, even know where to look, and they got to the mansion that fast. Like, the call just came in. How did they like the hell? Jocelyn was getting on my nerves too. Oh, my mom, she didn't do anything wrong. Sweetie, yes, she did. She committed insider trading. She bought stock knowing what the general public did not know. You know what I'm saying? Which was not made public, that ELQ was going to merge with Aurora. She knew that based off the owner and the CEO telling her that. You know what I'm saying? So that's inside information, And she bought stock based off of that. So that's insider trading. I'm like, she did do something wrong. Otherwise, if she didn't, the feds wouldn't be looking into her. Thank God for Sonny. And that just proves Ava's point to Nina yesterday when she told her Sonny and Carly, even when they're at odds, they're always going to come through for each other when the chips are down. And Sonny proved that today. He saw Carly was in a messed up situation. He made a phone call. And it was brilliant on Sonny's part. Even though the investigation obviously is still going to go on, at least he bought some time. He stalled it for the moment. Because Carly was definitely going to be up in that prison. They was about to hold her for at least 24 hours. So if Sonny didn't make the move that he made, she was going to be up in them behind them bars for a day, at least. So I think she was happy that Sonny, looked out for her and stuff like that. She ought to be. But, it's far from over at the end of the day, because now the feds froze her bank accounts and they froze Aurora Media's bank accounts. So they're definitely not out the woods at this point. And Jocelyn and Michael and everybody needs to realize at the end of the day, yes, Sonny chose to be in a relationship with Nina. That does not mean he chose Nina over the family. He still wants to be a family with them. Things just were rocky between him and Carly. It happens in marriages. And the way he stepped up, for Carly just is his way of showing them, like, listen, I meant what I said. Like, I'm still a part of the family. I'm still here for y'all if y'all need me. Me and your mama just ain't together no more. I don't understand why they all can't get that through their heads. And Willow tried to make Michael see that Sonny stepped up not only for Carly and for Drew, but stepped up for Michael too. Because I do feel like Michael needs to let this stupid vendetta go, because it's very dumb at this point. And Michael was pissing me off accusing Ned of making the call to the SEC. I mean, don't get me wrong. I agree with BLQ. I feel like it's definitely in Ned's wheelhouse to do something like that. But I don't see Ned being that low down that he would call the SEC during the middle of a wedding ceremony. And also when Willow's fighting for her life. I don't see him being that cruel, And Michael is basically accusing him without proof. I mean, think about it. If Ned wanted to call the SEC, he would have done it months ago. There's no reason for him to do it now. The only reason he was he threatened to do it, that's only to keep Drew and Michael at bay, so that way they didn't try to make moves to oust him and Valentine at the company. It was like a little insurance policy. That's all it was. I highly doubt he was even going to call. And like I said, if he was going to call, he would have done it months ago. Why do it now? Where there's no benefit for him to call. You know what I mean? There's no reason for him to do it. Not now. So Michael need to calm his little self down with all that, all those accusations. Because when the truth does come out, he's going to be kissing Ned's ass in a minute. So anyway, moving on from that. Dex done lost his little mind. Dex is in way over his head with Sonny. Like, he really think he's a smart dude by planting that camera on that shelf. I'm like, sir, do you not know the floodgates of hell that you are opening right now? Pikemen are not to be played with. So if you take Sonny down right now and you got information out there that could hurt pikemen, they're going to take you out. They're going to take Michael out if they find out Michael's behind this too. You know what I mean? Like, pikemen, these people, you know, anybody that's like in the Russian or the military, or, you know, they like a militant group or whatever, you don't want to play with them people. They're not to be messed with. And Dex is going to learn the hard way. So hopefully they, you know, he decide not to turn that camera over or whatever video evidence he gets. Hopefully he don't turn it over to the, you know, to the authorities. That would be stupid on his part, because all that's going to do is just open up, you know, Pandora's box at this point. So anyway, moving on from that, I feel bad for Jordan. I really do, because I feel like as a police commissioner, they keep her out of the loop on a lot of things. Like, she had no idea that Laura, Curtis, Valentine, and Drew were all heading out to find Victor. Nobody brought her up to speed on that. And she already told Laura, like, I want to work with you on this. Even though she's local PD, at least keep her updated on what you're doing. You know what I mean? Because I just feel like that's messed up for the police commissioner to always be walking around blind to everything that's going on in her town, or, you know, with people that's in her town or whatever, and she don't have a clue. Especially your boss not telling you what's going on. That's pretty foul. Like, I would feel some type of way. And, you know, Anna couldn't confirm nor deny her suspicions that they went after Victor, which is totally understandable. I was so happy to see Andre Maddox back, you know, to try to help Anna out and whatnot with the WSB files and find out what the Cassadines are up to and whatnot. I love it. You know what I mean? I just wish that he was sticking around longer, because honestly, Jordan needs a man at this point. Like, Jordan needs somebody. Her just being in work mode all the time is getting ridiculous. Like, she needs some type of downtime. But I love seeing Holly and Anna and everybody working together collectively, trying to find out what it is that Victor have and how they can prove it to the WSB to get them involved in this. But at this point, now that they know what's going on and what Victor is up to, they can't tell the WSB. Not right now, they can't. Because if they tell the WSB what's going on, the WSB, they're going to wipe out everybody on that island. Because they would rather kill the people on that island than let that pathogen get out and kill 80% of the population. So right now, they got to play it close to the vest. And I was pissed at Scott for eavesdropping on that conversation, because I'm thinking, like, Scott, I really hope Scott don't run his big mouth to nobody, because can't nobody know. Because if the general public find out that there's a pathogen that could kill 80% of the population, it's going to spread a whole nationwide panic. Everybody in the world is going to be panicking. And that's what they don't need right now. So hopefully Scott keeps his mouth shut. But I do agree with Curtis, too, that they need to, you know, play this smart. You know, nobody tries to be no hero and play heroics. You know, just get the hostages off and let the WSB deal with Victor. I do agree with that, because, you know, any slight little problem where Victor sees something that's a little off, he could kill any one of them. You know, he's unpredictable like that. Dude is nuts. I was pissed at Valentine for making that little rookie move by dropping his phone in the snow. I said, Valentine, come on now. I'm like, sir, what are you doing? Like, you done dropped the phone in the snow. Why is Valentine making these little rookie moves? And now the phone ringing because Holly calling. I'm like, now they done heard the phone. I'm like, oh my God. Like, sir, if I was Valentine and them, I would be on some Chuck Norris type shit. I would be dead ass on some Walker Texas Ranger stuff. Like, you remember how back in the day Walker used to sneak up on people and choke them out? I would take the bodyguards out one by one. Like, I'd just be on some sneaky stuff. You know, run up behind them and just choke them out and boom, just knock them down and stuff like that. You would have to be. That's the best way. You know, you got to go in stealth when you're on a mission like this. I feel bad for Laura, because she done dealt with this little Cassadine curse mess for over 40 years. And I know she ready to break that little curse that Helena claims she put on her. I know she ready to finally get out from under that mess. Portia. I get Portia's upset. I get that Spencer's not the ideal person that she would want with, for her daughter. I get it. But at the same time, it's like, you cannot come in between people who are in love. You know what I mean? Trina feels something for that boy. That's the boy that she wants to be with. She loves him. They're head over heels for each other. So if she tries to come in between that, all she's going to do is push Trina further away. That's all she's going to do. And their relationship is already fractured. Why fracture it anymore by trying to come in between somebody that she really wants to be with? You know what I mean? That's a stupid move. It's very dumb. Like, Portia, like I said, I get that, Spencer's not the ideal guy for her daughter that she would want, but Trina's a grown woman now. And if Spencer is really the one that she wants to be with, that's her business. There's nothing Portia can do to stop that. And like I said, if she tried to come in between it, all she's going to do is continue to have a strained relationship with her daughter. So she need to calm down and ask herself, is it really worth it? Like, let your daughter make her own choices. Like, she raised her daughter the best of her abilities, and Trina is a smart girl. You know what I mean? She's very smart. I think Trina knows what's best for her and knows what she likes in a guy and whatever. And if Spencer checks all those boxes, then Portia just needs to let it go and mind her business. There's nothing wrong with still worrying about your child and their welfare. Of course, you're always going to worry. You're a parent. But don't try to be messy and come in between them, because that's just going to backfire. So anyway, I think that's pretty much everything in this episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Hope you all have a great day. Have a great weekend. See you all later. Peace.